The FBI needs your help identifying a man suspected of robbing 3 local banks so far just this month alone. Now take a good look at these surveillance photos of the suspect. According to authorities, this man robbed a Claremont Bank yesterday, an El Cajon Bank Tuesday, and a La Mesa Bank earlier this month. Now his most recent robbery happened at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the Bank of America on Balboa Avenue. In each case, the robber used a demand note that read he had a bomb. Now if you have any information, you're urged to call the FBI. A San Diego-born teenager convicted of killing 4 men in Mexico for a drug cartel could be headed back to the United States. According to juvenile courts in Mexico, Edgar Lugo has asked to be transferred to the U.S. Now, Lugo was 14 at the time of the killings in August of 2010. He is currently serving a 3-year sentence at a juvenile detention center near Mexico City and is due to get out in December. Court documents say the bodies of his victims were mutilated and strung from a bridge. The president of the juvenile court system where Lugo is being held is evaluating the transfer request. Let's switch gears here and let's go straight over to our weather. It's going to be beautiful, especially if you're headed downtown to Comic-Con today, but we did start off with some clouds and even some fog. Sun is out, mixture of partly cloudy skies. Again, will be warm, nice, beautiful out there. Our average high across the county, 77 degrees, same with tomorrow. Saturday, it's going to be cooler at 75. Tomorrow and Saturday, we'll have more clouds overhead compared to today. All right. And also, I want to tell you there could be some chances of thunderstorms tomorrow at our deserts. And just a heads up if you're headed in that direction. And remember, stay tuned for up-to-date coverage of Comic-Con right here on UTTV and UTSanDiego.com. We've got you covered. And we'll be right back in just a few minutes with more. All right, Superheroes Unite. Comic-Con is happening right now at the Convention Center. Now, the 44th Annual International Pop Culture Extravaganza officially got underway this morning. Let's take a look. Now, Comic-Con did start out as this small gathering of sorts with comic book enthusiasts back in 1970, but it's grown over the years to include Hollywood movies and TV stars and all the fans that follow them. So as you can imagine, thousands of people in attendance will be very hungry. Centerplate's executive chef says they'll be busy making, ready for this, over 3,000 salads, more than 50,000 pizzas, and 20,000 hot dogs.
Look at this.
We're going to have these kettles of nacho cheese going all week. We're going to serve, one kettle serves about 5,000 people. We're going to go through about 10 kettles of nacho cheese this week.
Cheese. Okay, Comic-Con is the largest event the Convention Center hosts each year, attracting up to 126,000 people from around the world. Now, today's events will focus on the anniversary of 3 popular TV shows, including a celebration of Battlestar Galactica at 10:30 this morning. It looks like it already got underway for you. A TV Guide will honor the X-Files at 3:30 this afternoon. And this one's a biggie. A forum will be held for Showtime's Dexter, featuring the show's stars at 6:30 this evening. For complete Comic-Con coverage, be sure to log on to utsandiego.com/Comic-Con. All right, speaking of the con, what a gorgeous day to be out and about downtown today. The low clouds and fog didn't last very long this morning because now the sun's out, warming things up quite a bit. You're looking at Mission Bay right now. Beautiful. Our average high across the county, 77 degrees. Tomorrow is going to look the same. Saturday, a little cooler at 75, but tomorrow and Saturday we'll actually have more clouds overhead compared to today. Don't forget, stay with us for more Comic-Con coverage, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Good morning, folks. It is July 18th on this Thursday. I'm Christina Lay. So let's talk weather. Here's your first look outside this morning. What do we have here? I can't really guess, but Coronado. Low clouds and fog along our beaches should give way to a mix of sun and clouds later today. There's even a possibility of some thunderstorms at our deserts tomorrow and Saturday. Now take a look at your 3-day forecast. Our average high across the county is 77 degrees. Tomorrow it'll be 77 as well. Saturday it's going to be cooler at 75, but tomorrow and Saturday you're going to have more clouds overhead compared to today. All right, in our big story of the day, superheroes, aliens, zombies, they're taking over the streets of downtown San Diego, and that means Comic-Con is officially here. So the 44th Annual International Pop Culture Extravaganza is scheduled to open its doors at 9:30 this morning. Comic-Con actually started out, if you can believe this, just a small gathering of comic book enthusiasts. But take a look at that. And that was back in 1970, but obviously it's grown over the years to include Hollywood movies, even TV shows, and now Comic-Con is the largest event the convention center hosts each year. It attracts up to 126,000 people from around the world. Yesterday was preview day for the con. We were there along with thousands of badge holders.
All because the big thrill, the excitement, everything. I've been in here before.
Because it's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know why else.
Coming. I mean, it's fun. There's stuff to do, tons of panels and people to see.
Today's events are going to focus on the anniversary of 3 popular TV shows. It includes a celebration of Battlestar Galactica at 10:30 this morning. Then TV Guide will honor The X-Files at 3:30 this afternoon. And this one's a biggie. A forum will be held for Showtime's Dexter, featuring the cast members at 6:30. So for a complete Comic-Con coverage, be sure to log on to utsandiego.com/Comic-Con. Closed meetings will take place today to determine the San Diego's Democratic Party's formal stance with Mayor Bob Filner after sexual harassment allegations surfaced over the last week. Yesterday, the Democrats were divided with where they stood on the issue. Some want him to step down immediately. Others are arguing he's entitled to due process. Party Chairwoman Francine Busby said she will detail the Democratic position in the matter after the meeting, which Mayor Filner is invited to attend. And Filner is also expected to attend an awards ceremony for the City of San Diego's Alvarado Water Treatment Plant later this morning. The cover of Rolling Stone magazine is usually reserved for rock stars and celebrities, but the August issue features one of the suspects in the Boston Marathon bombing. Andrew Spencer has the names of stores that announced they will not be carrying this specific issue.
The controversial cover of Rolling Stone became fodder for comedic satirist Stephen Colbert.
Because up till now, Rolling Stone's cover has always featured role models like Roman Polanski, O.J. Simpson, or Charles Manson.
But Boston firefighter Ed Kelly finds nothing funny about the cover.
The actual picture that they chose really portrays the innocence of youth. And he gave up any innocence he had on April 15th when he took the life of an innocent child, 2 women, and then went on to execute a police officer.
The only living suspect in the Boston Marathon bombings, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, appears on the cover of Rolling Stone with the caption, "How a popular, promising student became a monster." The managing editor of Rolling Stone magazine says the image fits the article.
This is a person who is the same age as many of our readers, who to his peer group seemed like one of them. And that's what we thought made this story so powerful and disturbing. And, it's in no way to endorse or glorify what he did. I think the opposite is we're trying to understand it and to explain it.
Will Dana spoke to NPR's All Things Considered, but as the criticism built on Wednesday, Rolling Stone was done doing any other interviews. Several nationwide chains have decided not to sell the upcoming issue, including Walgreens, Rite Aid, and New England-based companies CVS, Stop & Shop, and Tedeschi Food Shops.
All right, now that was Andrew Spencer reporting. A Facebook page boycotting the magazine was also created this week, and as of this morning, the page had more than 141,000 likes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes with more San Diego First News. Thanks for waking up with us on this July 25th. I'm Christina Lay. Let's get straight to your weather, and let's kick things off with a look outside. Coronado here. Now, don't be fooled by the cloud coverage. You'll even notice some fog along our beaches and parts of our inland valleys, specifically the North County. The sun will be out later this afternoon. It'll make for mostly sunny skies, and it's going to feel a lot drier out. Our mountains and deserts will be sunny most of the day as well. Now, take a look at how your weekend is shaping up. We top out at 73 degrees today. Saturday and Sunday will hover in the low 70s with a mixture of sun and clouds. And Mayor Bob Filner's political freefall continues now that a third woman has stepped forward accusing him of sexual harassment. Morgan Rose is the latest woman to speak out. Now, she's the founder of the America's Angel campaign and says back in 2009, she met with then Congressman Filner to get him to take up her campaign. The two of them apparently met at a restaurant to go over Rose's resume, or so she thought. Instead, Rose says Filner trapped her in the booth, put his arm around her, and tried kissing her several times. Listen to what she told us on our primetime show yesterday.
At one point I said, what would your wife say if she was here right now? And he just laughed a really crazy laugh and kept propositioning me to kiss him, and I was negotiating to get free.
Now, Rose is scheduled to appear on our front page show this morning in the 8 o'clock hour, so stay tuned for that. Meantime, the mayor's second chief of staff has resigned just after 10 days on the job. Tony Buckles is out and is being replaced by a woman who you see here, Lee Burdick. She's an attorney and former port commissioner. The move to appoint a woman as Filner's new chief of staff has prompted some questions, but in a statement, Burdick says, quote, "I am taking on this responsibility fully aware of the allegations and concerns confronting the mayor and the city at this moment," end quote. She also added, quote, "After serious introspection, I must step forward to help the city through these challenging times," end quote. And as mayor's accusers keep stepping forward, more and more San Diegans want him out of office. 480 San Diegans responded to the latest UT poll when asked if the mayor should resign or stay in office. 69% say he should resign, 24% say he should stay in office, and 8% are unsure. And when asked if you approve or disapprove of the job Filner has done as mayor, 64% say they disapprove, 28% approve of what the mayor has done, and 8% are undecided. Right. In other news, security has been heightened for Pope Francis while he visits Brazil. But as Andrew Spencer explains, this has not stopped the Pope from reaching out to the large crowds. Today, he plans to visit a shanty town in Rio de Janeiro.
Security for Pope Francis's visit went from medium to high risk after the silver Fiat hatchback he was riding in was swarmed by a crowd of well-wishers on Monday. A Brazilian federal official tells CNN the Pope instructed his drivers not to avoid crowds. That staying close to the people mantra echoed when the pontiff walked to a hospital that treats drug addicts, people he calls today's lepers. He even hugged a man who shared his experience trying to overcome addiction. The Pope held Mass in the town of Aparecida, named for Brazil's patron saint, also known as the Black Virgin Mary. During Mass, he called on the faithful to find hope in God. After his message, he greeted the more than 200,000 pilgrims who waited in the cold. With hundreds of thousands of people participating in the World Youth Day Festival and the Pope appearing there later today on famed Copacabana Beach, federal authorities are now taking a larger role in the Pope's security, keeping the man these people cherish safe.
All right, now that was Andrew Spencer reporting. The Pope has also announced he will return to Brazil in 2017 for the 300th anniversary of the apparition of Our Lady of Aparecida to 3 fishermen. Now back here at home, the San Diego Chargers are gearing up for the upcoming season, and today you can go out and watch them practice at Chargers Park. Now, gates open at 8:30 this morning. Practice starts about an hour later. Fans will be able to watch several practices in July and August. Team officials want you to park for free at Qualcomm and then take a free shuttle to Chargers Park. The Charger girls and a handful of former Charger players will also make special appearances during training camp practices. Very cool. We'll be back in 10 minutes with more San Diego First News.